It's no secret that Cathie Wood is a big fan of Bitcoin and the crypto market in general. She is regularly in the media speaking about Bitcoin and Tesla and what's going on with her Ark ETFs. However, did you know that Ark Invest has made a secret investment into Ethereum? And I call it secret as there was no announcement, it's not held in her ETFs, and this isn't something she talks about in any of her media interviews. And also, there's an increasing number of people talking about how Ethereum could flip Bitcoin to become the world's largest crypto asset in an event called the Flippening. And so in this video, we'll be looking at the Ark Invest Ethereum purchase, when did they buy and exactly how much, the reasons why Ark Invest have decided to invest, and then we'll finish with what you need to know about the Flippening. As always, if you do find anything useful in the video, drop a like, always appreciated. Okay, so what have Ark Invest been up to? Let's find out. So, anyone familiar with my channel, then you'll know one of the key things I like to do is keep track of these billionaire and millionaire investors. And I've broken down the portfolio of Warren Buffett, Ray Dalio, Jack Bogle, and also Cathie Wood. Now, how do we know what these people are investing in? Well, every 3 months, they must disclose to the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission, what they have been buying and selling. And so we get these reports every 3 months. And it's always from the previous quarter. So this is Q1 this year from Ark Investment Management, LLC. And it was pretty hidden, so here are all the different buys and sells that they have done for the quarter. And when I scrolled down, and it felt a little bit like finding a piece of gold in the gold mine, but I discovered this. The Grayscale Ethereum Trust had suddenly popped into the picture. This investment worked out to be around $20 million, and looking at the price, this has likely already doubled since the initial purchase. Now, Ark Invest still hold a lot more Bitcoin than Ethereum, as they've been investing in Bitcoin for years through their next generation Ark ETF. However, institutions deciding to invest in Ethereum and not just Bitcoin is obviously great news for Ethereum investors, especially when it's one of the world's top investment companies, Ark Invest. So we do know that they purchased in Q1 this year, and when I look at the performance, my guess is that they wish they had purchased more. Check this out. Here we have the performance year to date for gold, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. And so far this year, gold is really struggling just to break even. Bitcoin is up around about 34%, and this is even after one of its biggest weekly crashes in its history. And to put things in perspective, this is still double the performance of the S&P 500 right now. However, when we look at Ethereum, Ethereum is up currently just under 300%. And when something in your portfolio performs that well, then it begins to get more attention. And institutions buying into Ethereum is now a growing trend, with now $14 billion invested. Okay, so we know Ark bought in Q1, and we know it was around $20 million. The question now is, why? Why did they decide to invest? Well, the analysts at Ark Invest recently wrote about Ethereum on their website, and this leaves some clues as to why they probably invested. Take a look. And we are now on the Ark Invest website looking at a post that was written not too long ago, all about how ETH was reaching a new all-time high. And the key things they were pointing out were the increased interest from institutions and the fact that there were 4 Ether ETFs launched on the Toronto Stock Exchange, making it super easy for institutions to gain access. In addition, institutions and companies like the European Investment Bank and Visa have validated the Ethereum blockchain. They then pointed out a couple of the on-chain signals. First up was the Ethereum weekly active addresses. So we have Bitcoin in black and Ethereum in purple. And as you can see, Ethereum is growing faster than Bitcoin. And in fact, it's already flipped Bitcoin when it comes to weekly active addresses. And the second was the revenue generated from the network. So this is the weekly transaction fees, and you can see that Ethereum is generating far greater revenue when compared to Bitcoin. And then finally, they also mentioned about this upcoming improvement, the EIP 1559, which I've covered a couple of times. And the main benefit from this is that they're burning some of the transaction fees. So this is introducing deflation to the Ethereum ecosystem. And most recently, Cathie Wood did a media interview where she discussed the growing trend that is ESG. Take a look.
We just saw a 50% drop. So this idea of a super cycle that would never happen again, well, that's out the window. And I do think it was precipitated by the ESG movement and this notion, which was exacerbated by Elon Musk, that there are some real environmental problems here with Bitcoin, with the mining of Bitcoin. And so I think that a lot of institutional buying went on pause, shall I say. And I think there were a lot of expectations that there would be follow through by institutions.
And for anyone who doesn't know, ESG stands for environmental, social, and governance. And it's basically the growing trend of people actually caring about the impacts businesses have on the world. So this can be environmental, things like climate change, biodiversity, water efficiency, energy efficiency, carbon efficiency. This can be social, like equal opportunities, health and safety, human rights, child labor, and also governance, things like business ethics and compliance, board level diversification, executive compensation, etc., etc. And these are also some of the reasons why many experts are now saying Ethereum is destined to flip Bitcoin to become the world's largest crypto asset, an event called the Flippening. And finally, we have the Flippening. And this is all to do with the market cap. So you can see right now, Bitcoin is the #1 crypto asset with a market cap of just under 700 billion. And Ethereum's currently sitting at #2, market cap of just over 300 billion. Now, what you may not realize is that there are entire websites being set up keeping an eye on the Flippening. So we can see here that at the beginning of the year, Ethereum was around about 15% of Bitcoin's value. However, this is the trend that's going on right now. Just before the crash, it had broken through the 50% mark, but what you may not realize is that Ethereum has already flipped Bitcoin in several other factors. So right now, the number of transactions, Ethereum is doing 500% when compared to Bitcoin. It's also flipped Bitcoin on transaction volume, it's flipped Bitcoin on trading volume, and it's also flipped Bitcoin on the transaction fees. But the main one people are looking at is the market cap. And you can see right now, it's currently just under the 50% mark. So Cathie Wood and Ark Invest are the latest institution to begin buying into Ethereum. It was done in Q1 around $20 million, and it largely went under the radar. And the main reasons why included the brand new Ethereum ETFs that were launched, the rapid growth in active addresses, the huge revenue fees that are being generated from the network, the improvements coming soon from EIP 1559, and the growing ESG movement. And the good news is that ETH 2.0 is going to be great for the environment as it uses a fraction of the power consumption compared to the current version. And if this trend continues, then we could see Ethereum flip Bitcoin to becoming the world's largest crypto asset. So tell me, what do you think about Cathie Wood buying into Ethereum? Let me know in the comments below. For now, just to say, if you enjoyed anything in the video, be sure to drop a like, and a big thank you to everyone who does. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, I invite you to click below and join us. I do have some great videos coming up that you don't want to miss. Okay, cheers guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.